Cyrus, a renowned international thief, leads a heist crew that consists of Denton, pilot Camilla, hacker Misoon, safecracker Magnus, and engineer Luke. They undertake 2 simultaneous thefts, stealing a Van Gogh painting in London. Cyrus takes his board and sits in the auction, and then the number comes for the rarest NFT in the world. NFT's creator, N8, wears a mask over his face to hide from the world. N8 was in Venice to auction a single edition NFT. The NFT by N8 is made by a self-portrait mask comprising 482 cameras. This mask will create the NFT, with a live 30-second feed from the auction itself. Once complete, the NFT will have captured the moment of its sale, which will include the buyer. Cyrus buys the NFT, after which they hack the system and take N8 with them. Interpol agent Abby Gladwell gives them a chase, but Misoon closes the way by using her sunglasses. After taking the renowned NFT artist N8 in Venice, Cyrus buys the NFT for $20 million. N8 becomes happy to sell his NFT and the group celebrates with a bang party. Interpol agent Abby Gladwell, a former fling of Cyrus, uncovers evidence implicating Denton in the theft and arrests him. Denton was seen at the auction and Abby correctly deduced that his limp was a fake. News of missing N8 starts circulating everywhere in the city. The next morning, N8 is shocked when he is informed of his disappearance. He asks Cyrus about all the drama and learns that it's a bunch of thieves. Cyrus points out that famous paintings rapidly increase in value after being stolen, and he says that his crew stole the Van Gogh painting and sold it in the black market for $20 million to buy N8 NFTs. After being kidnapped, N8's NFT ballooned in value to $89 million. N8 decides to celebrate with the team after being promised a cut of the money, $27 million. Abby charges Denton with fraud since he participated in the auction and made a bid of more than $10 million, and he didn't have the funds to cover it. So that makes him eligible for extradition to the US, rather than proceed with charges against the crew. Denton says my entire team is in London, and Abby decides to go there with him. Reaching there, Abby meets his superior, Commander Huxley, who tells her that they leverage their legal predicament to force them to help capture billionaire Lars Jorgensen. Lars intends to make more money by working with the hacking group Leviathan to stage massive flooding in Europe. This allows him to make billions in profit through stock manipulation. Lars was responsible for making millions by shorting airline stock, after the crash of a New Zealand plane that killed 189 people. Now Huxley has a mole in Lars's organization named Arthur Tigg. Leviathan requires payment of $500 million in untraceable gold bullion. Jorgensen has arranged for a shipment of gold to be taken from his vault in London and flown to Leviathan's bank in Zurich via a commercial airliner. Huxley wants Cyrus and his crew to intercept this gold payment to Leviathan. Abby says I know Cyrus and asks him not to take his help. Huxley tells her Leviathan and his crew is too professional and we need Cyrus to stop him. Abby agrees and goes to Cyrus and they start fighting over old things. After the arguments are over, Abby tells him about the plan to rob Lars. Cyrus knows Lars is a dangerous man and not to be trifled with and refuses to work with her. Cyrus argues that with Abby on the team, Interpol will not hang the team out to dry if things do not go as planned. But Abby lures him in with an offer of full immunity for him and his entire crew, as part of the deal. Cyrus insists Abby join the team to provide certain cover for Interpol. Cyrus discusses this with his team, but they refuse to work with Interpol. Cyrus says that it is very important to stop him because if he succeeds in his plane, the whole city will be destroyed. The gold weighs 10 tons and will be delivered to Heathrow Airport under armored cover. It will be loaded onto a Sky Suisse A380 passenger plane to Zurich. The crew determines they will only be able to steal the gold while the airliner is in mid-air. To do so, they procure a private jet from a rich private art collector named Molson that Camilla will fly directly underneath the airliner. In exchange for loaning his private jet, Cyrus promises Molson to persuade N8 to make a special NFT art for him, allowing Misoon to switch the radar signals to make it seem like the plane is still on course while the crew diverts it to a private airfield. Misoon says that the chances of turning on the signal jammer on the A380 and the transponder on the private jet, to mimic the A380's signal, are next to zero. Out of UK airspace, Brussels ATC will be tracking the flight, and Abby has a contact there who will help them. Harry agrees to help Cyrus against a payment of $1 million. After Magnus cracks the safe and Jorgensen's henchmen are incapacitated, the crew will extract the gold from the A380 once it lands in the Swiss Alps. Their timing is complicated when Jorgensen executes a mole Arthur Tigg in his organization and moves up the delivery date. Nevertheless, the crew is ready on time. The crew takes their position on the A380 when the gold is being transferred, but Luke pulls out of the heist at the last minute. Cyrus and his team successfully divert the plane. Camilla pilots the Molson jet under the A380, Abby assembles and turns on the signal jammer on the A380, while Camilla turns on the transponder to mimic the A380 signal. Harry then calls the A380 pilots and diverts them to Cortina due to the heavy weather in Zurich. Camilla puts the transponder on a drone headed to Zurich and follows the A380 to Cortina. Jorgensen's henchmen attempt a hijack, resulting in the plane crash landing at Cortina, followed by Camilla landing the Molson jet at the airport. Magnus, Abby, Cyrus, and Camilla are captured. Magnus escapes on the ground, while the remaining three are taken aboard the Molson jet with the gold, headed for Jorgensen's estate in Tuscany. Desperate for the gold to not reach Jorgensen, Huxley orders the plane shot down by NATO. Harry, the crew's contact at air traffic control, works with Camilla to get a message to the NATO fighter pilots that there are hostages on board the A380, forcing them to stand down. Another fight between the crew and Jorgensen's henchmen results in the jet crash landing on the grounds of Jorgensen's villa. Abby, Cyrus, and Camilla are captured at gunpoint by Jorgensen, who also executes Leviathan's representative after they decide to cancel the deal. The Carabinieri arrive, and Cyrus uses N8's NFT technology to show them a recording of Jorgensen murdering the representative. Jorgensen is arrested, while Abby punches Huxley upon learning he authorized the NATO jets. She resigns from Interpol and joins Cyrus. Weeks later, Cyrus reveals to Abby that the crew stole the gold shipment during the heist on the airliner, replacing the actual shipment with iron bars painted to look like gold. The real gold shipment was parachuted out of the A380 into the Swiss Alps while it was approaching the Cortina landing strip. Luke was never out, he guided the parachute to a recoverable spot in the mountains via remote control. Together, the crew recover their gold haul and celebrate their success while Cyrus and Abby kindle their relationship. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing videos.